live. All right. Hi, guys. It's Candice. I'm here in downtown Langley, BC at the Passionate Home. And today we're in a different location. Usually I'm up in the office and have a beautiful backdrop. Today we're working in a live working shop. So you might hear a lot of extra things going on. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great. So today our title is Walk Through the Door of Grace. And we are going to be making a beautiful door in our workshop here that goes into our staff room because we all need something beautiful to look at. We are going to be using amazing decoupage. We are going to be using amazing Iron Orchid Designs products. We will definitely be using some image transfers from Floral Anthology. Have to say it's one of my favorite florals. And we are going to be using a few Redoubt. We are going to be using stamps today. So we are going to use, my brain is, can I just say, my brain's a little foggy today. One of my 6 children was in Emerge until I got home at 4:30 this morning, and it is now 1 o'clock. So just saying. Typeset. Thank you. Have a little grace. So we're using typeset. We are using letterpress. And we are using peonies. So lots of stamping and image transfers today. This day and next Thursday, a month Thursday, so the second Thursday in June at 1 p.m. we will finish off. So just to give you a rundown of what we've started with here, I painted the door. I added some decoupage on here. So this is a recycled decoupage paper.
Pauline said good morning.
Good morning, Pauline. So a decoupage paper that we're using, I think it's called Butterfly, I have it written down. It's Butterfly Masterpiece, and it really is. So I've already taken some pieces of that off. I'm just going to show, for those of you that haven't decoupaged before, I am going to show you one piece so you get the idea of what I did in the background. And then I'm going to show you live. Hear us. Okay,
we're back.
We're back. You know what, it's always funny and seems like little spots, and you know what, it is raining today. Sometimes that messes with the internet as well. So what I'm doing here, I've just added a little bit of water and just showing you how I went about tearing these so that I had a beautiful...
I'm going to come closer
so
people can see what you're
So I'm just using a wee bit of water on a paintbrush and just willy-nilly really, and then I'm going to tear this. So I'm getting an organic edge rather than a solid line. And I just find...
Show everyone the door you're working on here. It's a full door.
It is. So when it's easier to blend my paint, and your eye is going to be going for those straight edges. So when you do it, it blends in a little bit easier. So I just have some medium here, so whatever you're using as your decoupage medium, and I'm just going to see where it's going. I'm going to put some on here. Because I'm going with a really small piece, I don't need to line it up super fancy. I'm just going to get it on there.
So what have you done, Candice, to get this wall or door ready for your project? So
basically I cleaned the door off because you don't want any yucky stuff on there, you know, depends where your door is coming. If it's, could go into anywhere, a bathroom, a bedroom. I'm just going to grab a piece of plastic here. So once I get that on here, I want to just gently with a piece of plastic smooth that right into all that beautiful medium. Look at that. When I use a piece of plastic, it just has no friction, so it goes down beautifully.
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put a wee bit of that medium right over top now as well, and then we are just going to let that dry. And you can see that it's going to dry clear. It will have some sheen, but as you can see here, we are going to come back later and make this butterfly look blended in just like the other ones. We'll do that probably next week though.
So somebody's saying, did you paint the background first?
So yes, I painted the background of the door in a solid, so I did it oatmeal-y color. And then I put my decoupage on. So I put those on willy-nilly wherever I thought they would go. I'm going for that secret garden kind of beautiful thing. And then I came over those when they were dry and I just brought in some paint, and I'm going to show you that process in our second video, our second live next month. But basically what I did was I took some paint, I put it onto a little flat container, something like this, an old meat tray. I grabbed a cloth, I wet it and scrunched it up. You know, channeling your inner Debbie Travis. Remember when we used to rag our walls? So basically I've ragged this. I've used a few different colors, but even the dark green and heavy down there. And as I was losing paint on my rag, as I was ragging after, and then I came in with a few other colors.
I just want to apologize for everyone. Our internet is going in and out here, but stick with us. So
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so we've started with this here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some stamping. So I have the peony stamps here, and I'm just going to use the black ink. I'm actually going to bring this forward. Sorry, that was a nasty sound. And so I've loaded up my ink pad. I'm using Iron Orchid Designs black ink for this one. They have lots of beautiful colors and you can mix them, but I just want this to be that, again, layering, layering, layering. So we're going to use some of this onto our peony stamps and just get them going. Where are people watching from, Carrie?
Well, we did have somebody from, I think it was Muggy, Chicago.
Sorry, I'm
earlier.
sneaking. Oh, wow. Muggy. Well, it's rainy here and kind of chilly, but you know.
Yeah, let us know where you're from.
Yeah, I always love
where you're
hearing.
watching from. That would be awesome.
There we go. I just want to protect the base though.
Show what Candice is doing here.
There we go. So I've really inked up my pad so it's fresh as anything. And I have not sealed this door. I have used a chalk style paint. So the ink is going to go on there beautifully. I like it on it raw rather than sealed. Sometimes when it's sealed, it can slip a little bit, so you have to be a little bit more careful.
California, Florida.
Wow.
Those are two hot places. Oh.
Right, we're a little bit jealous.
A little bit.
We usually get, I'm just going to start.
Yeah, okay, I want to come in close so everybody can see.
Okay.
And we're excited to see this.
Yeah, this is not one that I could pre-do ahead of time, you guys.
Hey, Royce, Arizona.
Hi, Royce. Alrighty, so there we go. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. This is all going to be in behind.
Sorry, my shadow. Idaho, good morning or good afternoon.
Fabulous. Okay, so I'm just bringing a bunch of these in, and I'm not even... Look at how you can just turn these, and whichever way they go, they're perfect. Like, oh my goodness. It's almost peony season, actually.
I know.
I know. Mine are just starting to come out.
Who doesn't love peonies?
Right.
Ooh, Royce is like, oh, this looks amazing.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty, so here we go. Hopefully you're not getting too much of the back end of me, but
I'm not getting it. Well,
okay.
Is on her knees for
I
you
am
today.
on, right.
Woohoo.
That doesn't happen
This
often.
is
Just
how lotion is to
saying.
the floor, so
Here we go.
I'm going to do my best to.
Well, and I'll possibly be on a chair later, so you know. The things I do for IOD TV.
That's right.
Here we go. All right.
It's so magical.
It's all layering, right?
Around here.
I think we're going to do that one down here. And the beautiful thing is we're going to get a whole bunch of this started today, and then we are going to leave it and come back. And you know what? During the month, I'm going to be looking at it, standing back, and just seeing what else I feel like it's going to need. So who knows what's going to be added by the end of this. But you know what? These products are so easy to work with as well, because I can totally get started on this, and in my busy schedule, if I had to go and do other things, I could leave it and just come back and start back where I was at. So you know what? It works for pretty much anything.
So some new friends watching. Do you want to give a little explanation of what you're doing
So
here?
we are creating this beautiful door. This goes into our staff room at work here, and we are just creating something beautiful. We have our workshop in here, and we all need a little bit of beauty around us. This could be done in your home. This could be into a guest bedroom, into an office, out to a sunroom. I would suggest that you do this on an interior door rather than an exterior door, because the, you know, these things, the image transfers, the decoupage, if it's out where the sun and the elements, it will fade. So look at this. I am not going for perfection. In fact, you're going to find out later the quote on our door, because you know what? We are trying to come up with a quote, something that would inspire us, hopefully would inspire others.
Don't tell. Wait.
Don't tell the whole thing? Okay, you have to wait
till
till the end. But I'm just going to say,
watching.
we've already said about grace, so I'm just going to talk about that right now.
Okay.
And I think, especially as women, but I think just in general, we tend to have grace for other people, but not for ourselves. So I just wanted this to be a reminder every time we come and go, and the people that sit around our table and do workshops, that you know what? We need to give ourselves grace. We need to give it for ourselves. So I'm just going to bring, there you go. I'm going to bring some leaves in as well. Again, this is just layering. We're going to come up in a minute and do some of our text. We're going to finish it on the next one. So it's a surprise.
Are the leaves from the same stamp?
They are. Yeah. So the peony stamp has so many pieces to use as well. So here we go. We're going to just bring some leaves in here. And look, this is a huge space, and the peony stamp is so big that you can do it on a big space. It's not like you're limited with some really tiny little bits. There we go. And I'm going right over top of everything. Mind you, you can hardly tell where I started and stopped anyway with these decoupage papers. They're so beautiful. All right. Has anyone done a door before? I think.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Is anyone inspired to do a door now that they've seen this? Hopefully. Hopefully I'll inspire some of you.
Done, it's going to be stunning.
I think so. Yeah. And again, I'm not going for any perfect. It's just background in my whole piece. So I'm going to show you, somebody was asking about if that was all part of the peony. Look at this. The peony comes with so many beautiful pieces. You've got the little buds. I don't know if you can see that. You've got the big open peony, right? So many.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, I'll
or
have
unless
to.
you have an idea for that place already for your image.
I don't. I think maybe that's what we'll do there. Here we go.
What do you guys think?
I think so, right? Okay. It's a good thing we're painting this little piece down here, because it just may get some. There we go. Okay, so again, if I've missed some spots on here, I'm not too worried with the... Actually, I'm going to open this up slightly and make it come off. It's a little bit hard with that swinging door. I'm going to try and not make it wiggle, but you know, if I have a bit of movement in there, I'm not too worried. There we go. A little bit.
Lovely.
But not bad, hey?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking maybe we need another one of these just to bring that continuity. So I'm going to do one down here. Actually, ooh. It's easier to do when your surface doesn't move. So having that door open.
So after this, you're going to do image transfers.
Image transfers are going on top of this. So this is just, again, some backdrop.
Hello, Heather. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think that might be... Do we need any of those little buds or any just random leaves maybe? We can always add them later. I have a feeling that at the end of this, I'm very likely going to want to add some sprigs in the bottom, right? Just to bring something up there. So we're going to leave this to dry a little bit now. I'm going to close up my ink because last time one of our watchers was like, please close your ink. And they were totally right. Upside down, ready for the next step. So we're going to use it in a minute. I'm going to show you this one here. So I am using letterpress. Letterpress it's the new one, and it has so many different sizes. And I found that they really work together. So,
there we go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Perfect. So today I'm using only a couple letters with these letters here. So I really love the look. And because we're doing a live, most people will have one set of letters and you have to repeat letters. And because I'm doing a fairly large quote, I've got 2 sets open. So I'm sort of cheating, if you will. But I'm going to show you, I'm still going to have to add. So I've my thin mount, and this thin mount is amazing. It has the grids, it has the circles and ovals. It's amazing to line things up if you're trying to do wordage nice and straight, or
everyone should have that.
Everyone should have this. Yeah. And I actually have another one that I've cut up into the little small piece. I'm ready to go with that. Alrighty. So I have put as much to just fill that in when you don't have 2 sets. Alrighty. So I'm going to, can you see me if I'm over here?
I can move.
Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place today, people, but you know, working with what we have. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm stamping right on top.
Again, we are having, so sorry.
It seems to be that everyone's having it, so we appreciate your kindness as we work through it, right? There we go.
Pauline says she's cut hers up. She needs to come in for another one. Oh,
yes.
Maybe I'm thinking it's the sheet.
Oh, maybe. Yes, Pauline, I have multiples at home, and we have multiple. It is that you are doing really, really important. I am going to walk away. Got moved. We're connected, so you know. Who was watching the week that I went to grab paint, and all of a sudden I got stopped short because my mic cord was too short. Oh well. We all have things, don't we? It just means we're all human.
That's right.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I don't aim for perfection.
Lots of friends watching. Hello.
Alrighty. So it's inked up, and we are ready. So this is going to be a little tricky because I'm reaching up, and I do want to make sure that it is steady. So.
Oh, you didn't even mark on the door.
I didn't.
Really matter, does it?
So here's where I'm going to, okay, I've anchored it, and now I'm just going to lay it.
So we can't put it lower now. Just kidding.
We can't. And I probably should have gone a wee bit lower.
Do you need help, or are you good?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
So I've got a hand. I've got a hand. It should be fine. It's right. Yeah. Normally I'm working with a much smaller piece. But because this hand has not moved.
Anybody else nervous?
I should be. Oh, no pressure, hey?
Yeah.
No pressure.
Oh, you got some thumbs up. You can do it.
Yay! That's always the best. Okay, I'm just making sure all of these bits are down. So you notice when and anyone who's watched me, I'm a little bit of a messy stamper. So I feel like with this, what I've got all this stuff going on in the background, I don't think it's going to even be noticed. Are we ready? Should I do a sneak peek?
Yeah, sneak. Oh, you did it great! Oh my gosh. What does that say? What does that show where you have to pick the letters?
Right, you have
is
to
it Jeopardy or? No.
No.
What is that show?
It's a song, isn't it? Where some of the, I don't know.
No, it's a game show. And you have to say what letters are missing or something. If you're watching, let us know. Neve says, yay, she loves it.
Thank you, Neve.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, so we are going to put the letter I in front of there because I know we want that.
Watching. Yeah. Now what happens?
Now what happens? We need to. So now I've got my eye, and again, I'm just using my little piece that I've cut out. And long as you clean your stamps well after using them and let them air dry, they will re-stick every time. So clean them well.
Okay.
Clean them well. So we want this, I think, to go right about, does that look fairly even?
Ah, Wheel of Fortune. Thank you.
Oh yes, when you buy a vowel.
Yeah.
We need to buy a continent, not a continent, a consonant.
Okay, we're.
I will. We need a lot of L's. So we're going to be repeating
Anybody
our L's.
Guess? Thanks for watching, Mary.
So here we go.
All right.
So I have the letter L.
Get on that what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just pulling the L off of my sheet that I already had going, and I'm just re-inking it up.
All right.
But of course, yes, I'm a super messy inker, right? Y'all know that about me, right? There we go. See where we need L's. So we need one here. And again, I'm fairly certain I'm in a good spot there. I'm not going for perfection. It's a little low. I don't mind. Another L's going here.
All right.
Gonna ink it up again.
Marcia, thank you for watching.
Inking it up every time in between because we.
This darn internet, I tell ya. It looks good. You're getting some lemon.
Yeah, that one was better. So I will hold myself to a. What could it be? So we need the letter. Who knows what letter I need? Vanna, can I buy an A? There you go, it is. We're gonna bring an A in here.
The silence is.
So that's the last A I need for there. I need a D, right? Standard, yes.
I will hold myself to a standard. So the rest of the quote after Grace will be finished next month?
It will.
Okay.
There's going to be something more coming here.
Yeah.
But we will do that one because you know what? For me to stand here and put all of the letters on, it's, you'll see it finished when we bring all of it together.
So beautiful so far.
So I just need an O there.
Yes.
And then we will move on to our image transfers. So sometimes when you're doing these letters separately, you do want to make sure that you are holding them the right way up or down. Yeah.
Oh, that is a good point, actually, to make sure that when you're doing this, your letters are upside right.
Upside. To know, like your B or your, some of them just seem a little bit S's, like
right.
Did I do it the right way? So just double check those sorts of things. Okay, so I'm happy with how that's looking.
Sandy says it's a cool project.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We figured I wanted it to at least have something for the month that it doesn't look totally bizarre. Okay, so I'm going to close this up, and it's always a good idea to give your stamps just a quick wipe down with a wet wipe. It just seems to take that ink off a little bit and really quickly. So just giving that a quick over. They will go in soapy water when I am done. Okay, I'm going to hit it with, I know this is the worst part, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of air just to dry these ones down here because they're still a little bit damp. Keep this away from my mic. Yeah, Carrie, show it off. There you go. What are you thinking? Wow. It is what it is. Sorry, people. I do know we're not the only ones. Unfortunate. Longer. This one was super juicy. All right. Okay.
So somebody asked, what is the base of the door painted with?
With a chalk style paint. So whatever paint you have, it doesn't have to be a chalk style paint. It could just be whatever paint that you are working with, that you're comfortable with. And then there's a butterfly masterpiece was split up and then decoupaged in areas, and then just some more paint ragged over top. Perfect. And then I've stamped. So now I'm ready to do some of my transfers. I'm coming over here to grab them, sorry. So I know we talked about anthropology, floral anthology. My brain is so wonky today. But we actually had a leftover piece of japonica, and I just thought, how beautiful would she be in her garden? So we are just going to
come around so we can
bring her in. Alrighty. Yes. So when we cut these out at the store here, and when you're at home, we like to, before we store them, just put a little bit of painter's tape or something to keep it from opening up and sticking to itself. So really good tip here is, if you have these and you're cutting them out, put a little painter's tape. Alrighty. So I'm just going to pull this off. Actually stuck to your piece. It's just there to protect it. I know some people have been like, oh, it's not stuck. Not supposed to be. Alrighty. There we go. So I think I am going to place her here. I want her visible. We're going to go over to be layered. So I'm just using my hands to get her on there. And now I am going to,
oh, it looks so stunning.
to use one of the sticks that comes with each one of these image transfer bubbles. It's amazing.
I'm going to come closer so people can see.
So it's just, you can see how it's becoming more opaque here, and that is because it's starting to stick to the project and off the backing paper. There we go, right?
Thank you for watching, Judy. Lots of friends today. Apologize for our internet in and out, but it's worth watching. So hang in there.
There you go. Okay. Oh, I love it when it comes off so beautifully like this and you catch those bubbles. Sometimes you seem like just kind of going and going, but this one is behaving.
Is this the largest piece of artwork you've made, Candice?
I'm gonna say yes. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Look at her. Oh, I missed a little piece here. So I can see it's still stuck on the paper.
Come in.
So if you're new to this, that might freak you out, but I'm just gonna lay it back down and go right over, and there it is, right? Mm-hmm. Don't be freaking out. Worst case scenario, if you were doing this and you pulled your sheet back and something stuck, you can still pretty much line it up. Alrighty, so I'm gonna say that's good to go. So now I'm just gonna go over her again and rub her down just to make sure she's fully stuck on there. All right, look at her. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful geisha girls in the garden. I love it. While you're looking at that, I'm gonna grab my next pieces. Oh, got lots of little bits and pieces here, and I've got scissors that work today, people. I checked. So again, we are going to, nope, I want this going this way. It's about layering. I don't need her standing out all by herself. She's out in the garden. So I'm going to, look how beautiful this is. We had someone in the store today who was looking at the image transfers in their packaging, and they saw the black background, and they're like, oh, is that there? And I'm like, no. This is so good to, right? You're just going to see the beautiful image. You're not going to see that background. So whatever you have gets to be the background for it.
Shannon says it's really become
beautiful. Thank you.
So
that is exactly. Y'all are seeing my vision too. Okay, so again, I know there's a lot of this, but But you can see it actually, it doesn't take that long. I did do my painting yesterday, so it did have a day to settle. So it's not, so when you're doing, certainly when you're doing furniture or a big piece like this, that you make sure that your base is actually dry. Because you don't want moisture coming up behind behind your image.
And no sanding dust.
No sanding dust. That's right. Okay. There we go. I think my door has a little bit of give, which is why we go.
So Iron Orchid has so many beautiful floral image transfers.
Yeah.
You could do this with any of them, really.
Any of them, yeah. So, you know, we might bring in some of those roses from Redoubt. We'll see. They're a little bit bright for this particular piece, but I think they might just give that extra little pop. It works in your home, right? Think about, you could do the, wouldn't that be beautiful? Yeah, I think it would be. On a pantry door or a powder room door. Yeah. The options are endless. All right, let's see how we're doing here. Little piece there, stuck, that I missed. There we go. Ooh. Pulling it back. Look, look, look. So I need to catch more over here.
What do you guys think? Is this coming along? It looks stunning, I think.
It's fun. So, and you can see that I've layered right on top of her. They stick to each other. Look at that. So pretty. And again, I like to flip this over and just make sure that all those beautiful little bits are fully rubbed on. To cut and place wherever we want.
I'm just going to stand back to show people how it's coming here.
Absolutely. I'm going to cut this one out here. Ooh, the amazing thing about, you know, scissors that actually work. It's kind of a miracle.
I think we all have those pairs.
Right. I think I like this coming out like here. So again, I just lay it there. I bush it down because it does have, good thing I have this here. I think I've lost every time I grab one of these, I lose it.
Hello from Calgary.
Hi Calgary. I was just in Edmonton. I came back on Tuesday. I was visiting my sweet grandbabies and of course my son and daughter-in-law. You know, have to mention them too, but you know. And they're coming this week to visit here in BC, so I'm super excited.
I think you've given people an idea, Candice, you know, that your door is art. It doesn't have to be just a white door.
Doesn't have to be boring, right? Yeah. Okay. How are we doing for time? We're fine. I'll add a few more. Look at that. Again, layering. I love, look at these peony leaves in behind, right? It just becomes part of the whole beautiful picture.
And you've done such a good job with the layering of color underneath that it's just all going to come together. You'll need to mark your calendar to watch Candice next month to see how this all comes together.
I can't wait to see how it all comes together. A lot of these things that we do, they sort of make themselves as they go. And if I'm doing, you know, when I'm doing my smalls for you all, then oh yeah, right? Yeah, right there. Then I generally do one ahead of time. So I have it in stages and I know exactly how it's going to come out. So a little bit different on this one, but that's okay, I'm loving it. It is a one-of-a-kind, and you too can make your own one-of-a-kind.
Hello from Hot, Texas. This is simply beautiful. My wheels are turning. I love this inside my guest room.
Yes, beautiful. Or what about, I didn't think about Your bedroom, your closet door is a solid panel, right? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Yeah, or even if it had panels.
We talked about adding molds to the door.
100%. Yeah,
Right?
we did talk about it. I don't think we're going to on this one. It's, yeah, and really, it still totally would be fine. It's not like I have, you know, teenagers slamming, but, and even if they did, you know, a good glue behind them, and they will hold steady, but yes, absolutely. Oops, a little bit there.
Yeah, closet doors.
Closet door, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then just pull the color like that pink into a cushion or something.
Yeah, love it. One day when I get my she shed, that'll be happening. Yeah. Something beautiful on the outside, but also then something like this on the inside. I'm loving it.
It's magical.
It is. Cherry blossoms and geisha girls just seem to be right. Do you read me on this one? I don't know why. I'm loving it. And behind there.
Thank you for watching, Terry.
There we go.
Anita.
All right. So I'm recapping as I do this because sometimes it's, you know, scrubbing my wall here. So just in a recap again. So I painted my door. They don't have to make sense because they are, again, just creating a background. I have a little break there. I'm not too worried about it, actually.
Now, will you come back on top of this with more of chalk style paint?
Absolutely, because I want it to soften. I don't want it to be, I could sand it back. I think the look, and possibly I will do a bit of both. So I will definitely come back in, and in that process, next time that I'm on, you're going to see how I rag this on, because I am going to bring some in to this piece, just because otherwise it looks like super soft and beautiful, and then standing out, it's just out of I want it all to be a little bit softer. I could do a wash over top, I could wax it with a white wax, or right, so there's so many options here. So I think we're getting close to time. So I think you know the process that I'm going on. I'm going to keep working on this next month, June, the second Thursday in June at 1 p.m. And I will continue to finish this off, and we will see how it comes together. And as I stand this week, I might add a few more, just doing the same that we've done already, and then I'll show you some new techniques. And so I hope to see you there. If you're ever in the downtown Langley, BC area, come and see us here at the Passionate Home. We would love to get you to come and see the door in person. Pauline, come and see the door. And
get close up just as we.
And yeah, come check us out. So we're the Passionate Home in downtown Langley. Thank you so much for giving us your time today, and we look forward to seeing you on our live in a month.